Yo, what's good? It's Mistora. We got some more Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay, y'all. It just keeps coming. We just keep getting more and more of it, man. It's crazy. So Game Informer has once again uploaded some more gameplay to their channel, man. And this is specifically of Chapter 5. They're doing kind of like a gameplay walkthrough of someone demoing this kind of snippet of the game. So I'm reacting from their video themselves that they've uploaded this time around. So without further ado, I've never seen this. Let's go ahead and take a look at it together. This is my first time taking a look at it, and I want to react to this. Let's see. Let's get into it, man. Because that last snippet was pretty small, so I'm really hyped to see this. This one's like 12 minutes. I'm hyped to get a nice big chunk. I'm hyped for this. Okay. What is Chapter 5? Okay, it's church. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna get to see more of the cabin fight, maybe. First of all, the cutscenes look amazing. Oh yeah, the church puzzle. Okay, so this is when we first break Ashley out. Oh, and they break into the church. That's different. I don't think that happened last time. So they actually break into the church this time. That's cool. This is gonna be so dope. Now, because of the Dead Space remake, I'm excited to see what changes they've actually implemented. I'm actually looking forward to the changes. Originally, I would have been like, nah, leave it alone. But I'm excited. Okay. So just this. Oh, they're not playing. Okay, okay, so Capcom provided them this gameplay. So it's not these guys playing the game. I'm not going to harp on them then. Okay.
Everything that you see today, an important disclaimer, Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like flights, hotel, and association with this company.
Okay, good disclosure. Okay. Yeah, man, it looks great. Man, honestly, it looks really impressive. I know that people have had some issues. I've seen screenshots on Twitter of the rain, but that might just be with how it looks from the gameplay being compressed and on the video. This is how, okay, this is how the calls. I like this. I like this. I like how the calls, it honestly feels like Dead Space remake, kinda. Or Dead Space in general, how like we have the video call and we can still walk around and stuff. But that's cool. That's cool. Hunnigan looks great. Hunnigan looks amazing. Okay, so that's how the calls with Hunnigan take place now. Look at that map. Yo, I got, okay, I'm not, actually I think I'm gonna let it play, and then I might, I think I'm gonna come back and go through it. But yo, look at this map. There's so much to do. Let's go. Okay, so we have a map with objectives. I think we had that in the original as well, like with like objective points and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. I just know where I'm going so much in the original Resident Evil 4. I like barely ever look at the map just because I've beaten it so many times. Oh, the side quest. Woo! Okay. Bro, I'm gonna be meticulously combing through every single area. I don't want to miss nothing. No side quest, no nothing. I'm gonna be combing through these areas with like a fine brush, bro, a fine comb. All right, so this is kind of that stealth that we saw earlier on. There is kind of a stealth element to get a jump on some enemies. There are stealth takedowns. I'm here for it. Anything to conserve ammo, I'm here for it, bro. I'm trying to take out everybody. Okay, so she dropped a kitchen knife.
Yeah, this part was pretty fun to get through.
Okay, and then you got those ganados in the church. Oh, this is so cool. Ashley, you good, girl? Oh, they're already trying to take her. Okay, we've already lost Ashley. Yo, and they're throwing axes. Yo, cut it out. Okay, so this, oh, man. Yeah, we got to thin these guys out. We got to thin them out. Boom. Yo, with the shotgun just kind of combing through a bunch of them. That's so cool. The attaché case looks dope. Let's go. So you don't have to fast swap. I like that. I might just want to, you know, for nostalgia, I might just want to use the attaché case. Okay. The flashbang does actually one-hit KO the exposed ganado head, like the parasite, the Las Plagas ones. Yes. Okay, is this that side quest he's doing? Nice. Yeah, the rain effects do look a little bit much, but I'm thinking it might just be the compression of the video itself. But yo,
Don't ask me.
that is so cool. So cool that they kept that.
But I mean, in the original game, you killed snakes and you got chicken eggs.
Okay, okay. Yes, the merchant. I've been wanting to see him. I can't hear his voice all that well. Let's see.
It's your turn and it's like,
Let me make sure it's turned up a little bit.
doing?
Okay, okay. And the merchant seems to function
What is the
pretty much the
wonder
same.
about the,
We get to sell stuff. We get to sell stuff. We get to upgrade. It looks pretty much the same, but I did see some recipes.
It's kind of like
I did see some recipes. Yes, there are some recipes that you can buy. So it looks like there's going to be an element of crafting and making your own stuff. The red 9 looks wonderful. Oh, and it has that 9 on the handle. Cut it out. Yo. The red 9 with the 9 engraved on the handle. That is sick. I don't know if the original had that, but it just looks so much clearer here. I think for my first playthrough, I don't know. I might just rock OG handgun.
another side quest.
So he's rocking 2 handguns.
Try out the environment for those blue flyers.
I need someone to get rid of the wild dogs and roaming on the village. Okay, so another side quest with the dog.
More involved quest.
Okay, so this, what I reacted to in my last video, this is kind of coming straight off of the cemetery. It's kind of a house, an intermediary house in one of the in the cemetery area. Okay, this is eerie. Look at that fog. It's so much clearer this time around. Yo, it looks amazing. The detail and just eeriness of the environments, the wind.
Important to note, we turned left when we left that door. There is another path behind us if we were to turn right.
Okay, so there's branching paths and everything. That's really
Into an
cool.
underground tunnel that like takes you up through a well in the village. So there's a
Dang.
lot of paths.
Based on what he said, there's so much
Yeah,
like to
when
explore and
people
see.
came through here, we just assumed just the way the camera's framed. We're like,
Okay, and I remember this little snippet right here. Here's some combat with the villagers. Okay, okay.
check this out.
Yo, that front kick never gets old, bro. Leon just puts his boot through her chest. Yo, that is so cool. That is so dope. Okay, she turned into a Las Plagas with the head. Oh, Big Cheese?
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's a lot of talk about
Okay, he's talking about the.
rain gate. I do agree. I think it can be tuned down a little bit.
Okay, okay. So maybe even to them when they watch
It
the
does feel
gameplay.
like intentionally, like it is intentionally obfuscating the environment. It kinda
Okay, but it
adds
does
to
need to be toned down. Okay, okay. So maybe it isn't just the videos we're seeing. Even they're
do
saying, yeah,
agree, though.
the rain is a bit much. Okay, that's good. That's good to know that
You
we
know
weren't
what would be
tripping.
great, Marcus, if there's like a rain slider.
Yeah, there might be like a toggle for it. That'd be cool. Okay, so is this the house of the big cheese? I think this is the house with the big cheese, the village chief.
I love the light.
But,
in this game, you know?
Ashley's with us for this part. She's not originally with us
Flashlight, just how dark
for this, so that's gonna be an interesting change. Is this Chief Mendez's house? I wonder.
Ashley up to do
It just looks like it. I'm assuming that's what this is, but oh, that scared the hell out of me with that owl, bro. Yo, the owl just looking dead out here. It's creepy.
I will say there
There's so much more to areas now, like attic. Oh my god, bro.
in a very dark environment, and Leon
They
had
went
to pull
all
his
out with
flashlight,
this remake,
just kind
right?
of
Like
frustrated, so I'm just kind of like clambering
I
around
really
the
didn't expect
door.
them to
It's
outdo
mostly, like,
themselves.
out-
Okay, that's not a dog. That's a full-on wolf. Oh! The infected dogs are way different. Oh lord, it's fast. It's fast. I hate fast dog enemies. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yo! That is so cool.
Not the dog that Leon can rescue in the original game.
Okay, thank goodness.
He's presumably dead. So you know, at the time.
Okay, so that's not the OG dog. Thank goodness. It's not our dog, but still, it sucks that the dog got infected. But man, that thing looks way more vicious.
But yeah, that,
than the
they
original
also
game.
went pretty hard.
They also wouldn't defend
I
it
saw
because
comments
if it was
like
the
this
same
from
dog,
some of the other videos that we've seen in gameplay. They're making the game how it looked in our heads when we first played it. This is how we've always envisioned Resident Evil 4. It's just graphically at the time it didn't look that way. Yeah, the medallion.
So you see, it's 1 of 5. So I asked Capcom about that because in the original
Yo, is the merchant just chilling in the middle of Ganados fighting? Did I just see the merchant's flame? Like,
parts of the map, so
I'm pretty sure that was a merchant.
it sounds like you're gonna be shooting medallions
Okay,
outside
okay,
of just,
okay.
like, the village area.
Okay, and this, and then that leads straight into the cabin segment. Okay, it looks like we're gonna get some more uninterrupted, a more uninterrupted look at the cabin. Yo, Leon was coming at him, dude. Oh, he didn't introduce himself? I like Luis's new voice actor a lot too. I think I miss the OG voice actor, but I don't know if it's the same guy, but just different. But I like this voice actor for Luis. And his design looks incredible. I wonder how they're going to expand. I know they've been talking about it. I really wonder how they're going to expand his role this time around.
That you can, fight through and explore.
Okay, hey man, Leo, you better hurry up. Ain't no walking through this cabin, bro. You better hurry up and get this stuff barricaded. Okay, and here's the wood. Yeah, so this is just a more uninterrupted look at it. Okay, dope. We got the planks.
Yeah, because in the footage,
Yeah.
people have seen.
Oh my gosh.
Shows up in
Appears
this fight,
here.
but you actually fight him well before this.
Okay, so this isn't the first time you fight the Minotaur. Good, yo, that parry.
Yeah, he's definitely a recurring enemy. But when
So
he shows up in
sick.
the fight, you've already had to fight him.
So I wonder where you fight. When's the first time that you fight the Minotaur-headed guy? I wonder when's the first time you fight him
I
then.
saw some people speculate
If that's
that
the
he might be
case.
a single persistent enemy that follows you.
No.
I'm pretty sure that.
Okay,
is
so
the
1,
case.
2.
No.
Yeah.
I-
Okay, yeah, the gameplay is so much clearer this time around. All right, cool.
In different areas.
Like I said, it's a bit more of an uninterrupted look. My man's cocking back that fist. That bro's ready to knock Leon's lights out. Okay, and now we get to see his full-on entrance. So yeah, we fought him
There's been a lot of,
before.
like back and forth, like is he a cow? Is he a bull? But I was like, he's got a horn there. That'd be a bull thing.
Okay. The handgun looks really satisfying to use overall, and yeah, he's coming up. He should be coming up the stairs at this point. Oh Lord, he coming!
Okay.
And here comes that double spin move. Hey man, you gotta evade, bro!
Horn there, looks like.
So much damage. So much damage. That's crazy. All right, so now it looks like we're getting to a new section we haven't seen before.
The action gameplay we've got to show off. This is a look at
Oh, okay. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
treasures to increase. the
Nice. So
stats.
they got the combining
You
of the treasures from the original game. Let's kind of skip through here. Here's a time writer.
bonuses.
Storage, and what do they mean by customized case? I'm curious what that means. They got storage.
There are now customized.
Okay, so storage, so I can take stuff out of. Okay, so the attaché case isn't. Oh, that's dope.
Has an increased drop rate for.
That's dope, actually. So the attaché case isn't all that you can store. You can take stuff out of the attaché case and have it stored. That's really dope. Okay.
There are now customized.
I'm sure there's gonna be some people that aren't cool with that because like the whole point was like, okay, you have the attaché case and that's what you have, and you have to really manage that. But what this will do though, I'm actually down for this because there's weapons I've always wanted to try for like situational stuff. Like I've always in my initial playthroughs, I've messed around with it on repeated playthroughs. But like for that initial playthrough, I've always wanted to mess around with the mine thrower. But it kind of seemed, I don't know, too niche, or just that other weapons did the job better. But now with having storage, I can still buy that mine thrower if they still have it in the game, that is. I'm assuming it's going to be in there. I can still buy that mine thrower, have it in storage, and then when the section comes up that I'm going to want to need it, like, for example, the cabin is a perfect example, or like a horde section, I now have it in storage. I'll pull it out of storage, use it for an encounter that it's really good for, and then just tuck it away. That's actually really cool, and it's going to motivate people to try weapons and keep weapons on them that maybe they didn't use before. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually really cool.
Have different bonuses. So like the black case.
Okay, so the cases
increased
have
drop rate
bonuses.
for L resources.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can pick up charms as well.
Oh, charms and cases. Okay, that's kind of straight out of
They give you little passive bonuses.
RE-verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can.
Nice. That's cool. It has little charms for the cases, and the cases have different bonuses. That's actually pretty cool.
Keep up with all of our.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the gameplay that we're seeing for the first
Oh,
time.
yeah, we are the church.
So we've got the church.
Our game.
We're just gonna kind of skim through some of the more interesting parts here. Yeah, so I really like. I know it does remind me of Dead Space, but I do really like it this way, to where I can have these calls with Hunnigan or whoever's calling us on the radio and still take in the environment, still walk around. Because, I mean, if you've seen them a million times already on multiple playthroughs, you are going to want to keep moving forward as this call is taking place, most likely. Let's take a look at the map real quick. That'll be interesting. Let's actually take a look at the map right quick.
See the Hunnigan conversations are in.
Okay. Yo. So, we have... Does it show... Okay, they don't have the legend up. But this is the extraction point. Okay, so they got that extraction point right here. Do we see... Okay, I see. No, I see where they are. Okay, I see where they are.
See the Hunnigan conversations are in game.
Okay, so they're right here at the church. And this goes straight to the quarry, to the fish farm. Okay, I'm gonna imagine maybe that was the Big Cheese's house, because based on the pass that they took to get into what that house was, I'm gonna imagine that that was Chief Mendez's house that we saw, and then I'll show again later on. And yeah, so based on this map, it does kind of look like that was Chief Mendez's house. But yeah, this stealth gameplay. So I like this, man, because it looks like hell. You might be able to take out this lady, right? Use some of that stealth gameplay. Please let us get a rain slider. And I'm glad they're showing early gameplay, because we get to look at it like, hey, the rain is a bit much, and hopefully there's still a decent amount of time until this game comes out. That's something they can implement. Well, okay, so Leon picked up a kitchen knife from this enemy, so it's not going to be just kind of these tactical knives that Leon has, and it looks like you might be able to have a decent supply of knives on you for parrying, for breaking out of attacks and stuff like that. But depending on how this goes, you might be able to get through this. You might just be able to sneak Ashley on up out of there. But Ashley's getting dragged away already, so we've got to go. There's a lot of ganados being thrown at you. Oh, one really interesting thing to note. I didn't realize this initially. There used to be a cart here. There used to be a cart that had a bunch of explosive barrels on it. You could just shoot it, take out most of the ganados already. You could already take out most of the villagers from the get-go during this encounter, but that's been removed. They've made this encounter much harder now as a result, because I'm like, has it always been this many enemies in this encounter? It's kind of a lot of enemies they're throwing at you. I'm like, okay, it may have been this many, but it never felt that bad, because you could always just shoot the cart, and the cart would roll downhill and just take out a bunch of them. Nah, you got to sneak past them or take them out now. That's actually really cool that they've changed that. Okay, I need to take a look at that kick he does. Okay, this is kind of a side kick he does. Look at that. Oh, no, that turnaround kick. That's dope. Nice. Yeah, we get to see it again. Yes, you can just take out those exposed Las Plagas Ganados with the flashbang again. I love it. I'm here for it. Shooting the chicken egg. Okay, yeah, so that purple flame is, obviously, it's where the merchant shows up. And before we go to the cabin, look at this. There's literally ganados behind Leon. There's enemies behind Leon, and there's a purple flame right there with the merchant. How do the ganados interact with the merchant? Are they just leaving him alone? Is he going to pull out a weapon and start helping you take out these guys? What's going on? Yeah, because the merchant's just based on the flames. He's right there. Or does he like hide and not reveal himself until all enemies in an area have been dealt with? Is that how it's going to work? I'm like, yo, he's right there. Okay, we got the merchant. Let's take a closer look at the merchant itself, at what he has. So, okay, you can sell your stuff. Cool. What is hexagon piece A? I think that's new. There might be a new valuable to trade. Okay, and what you can buy, he's got the red 9 on special offer. And you can see right here it's on sale. Limited time sale, 30% off. What's going to trigger these sales? What's going to cause them? Are they special events? If you do quests for him, does stuff go on sale? I'm going to wonder what is the difference with that. We got a rocket launcher for 80,000 pesetas. Like, okay, that's a lot. And recipes, interesting. Bolts, attachable mines, and flash grenades. Okay, so like I said earlier, the mine launcher does seem to be definitely in the game. I've heard murmurs about there being a crossbow in the game. That's what this bolts thing is. That's going to be really dope. I'm probably going to try out that crossbow. I'm going to try not to stick to the weapons I've always used too hard during my first playthrough. Like playing Dead Space Remake, I actually didn't really use the plasma cutter at all, just because I wanted to try out other weapons, because I always use the plasma cutter really heavily. So I might do the same thing for RE4 Remake on that first playthrough. But yeah, we got recipes for bolts, flash grenades, and attachable mines. That's going to be crazy. We can craft a lot of stuff now. That's actually pretty cool. And okay, tune up. We can tune up our combat knife. What is going to be the difference? Oh, dope. Okay, so I'm curious about this then. That kitchen knife that picked up earlier does not appear to be the knife that we use for parrying or assassinations. That seems to only be the combat knife, and the combat knife itself can be upgraded, it can have increased durability, and it can be repaired. So you can kind of always have this combat knife in your disposal if you're willing to spend the money to kind of keep it in check, but it's probably not going to be usable to too much. You know what I'm saying? But okay, that's pretty cool. And the kitchen knife that we picked up earlier is probably a crafting component. You might use it, I'm guessing, to like craft crossbow bolts or something like that is what my guess would be.
You know, we
Okay.
don't know. Mysterious
And we have a bunch of standard upgrades here, so that's cool.
bed for there. You know, wild dog.
The wild dog. Yeah, this we've seen this place a bunch already, but again, just want to highlight how incredible, how dope this environment all looks, man.
And also important to note,
Yeah, that rain and fog is a little much. I really want to see what they're talking about, where they said, oh, where if you turn right, there's a whole other path that goes in the ground. I'm going to do everything in my power to not continue the main story quest. I want to explore everything side quest related as possible.
into an underground tunnel.
Again, that turnaround kick is really dope.
But yeah.
We've already seen this. So yeah, I'm going to guess based on the path we saw on the map earlier, this does appear to be the Big Cheese's house, Chief Mendez's house, but it's different.
I do agree.
Because we got Ashley with us. Or do you go through the house twice in the original game? I'm struggling to remember because I do remember it kind of still being daylight outside when Leon goes to the house and encounters Chief Mendez himself. So maybe we're just going through it a second time with Ashley. Maybe Leon's already done that initial encounter with Chief Mendez. It's possible. I don't know if it's Mendez or Menendez. I'm not sure. Yo, this looks so dope, man. Just a detail and just how much more has been added to already existing areas, man. So okay, that's cool. So what it looks like is we've probably already been, based on this, we've probably already been in Chief Mendez's house before, based on the fact that initial encounter in the original game, it takes place during the daytime, or at least not completely nighttime yet, right? Now it looks like we might be going back there again, but this time because we have Ashley, there's a ladder we couldn't reach before that now we can. So we can revisit areas that we couldn't, get through before. That's cool. So this definitely looks like it's gonna most likely be just a revisit. This doesn't seem to be the initial encounter with the village chief's house. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just makes the
Yeah, the owl that scared the hell out of me. Well, it looks like I accidentally turned down the quality. That's dumb. I accidentally turned it down. That's fine.
I will say there were a couple times when I was playing the demo where it was kind of.
And then yeah, this dog, bro. Yo, they look so much. He straight up looks like a Bloodborne enemy. The dog looks straight out pulled out of Bloodborne. Like I need to call a hunter. I need a hunter to take out this dog, bro. Leon is not equipped, bro. That is a Bloodborne mob. What are you talking about? Look at him.
It was mostly like outdoor.
Even just without the Plagas exposed on his back. Look at him. Looks like Scrappy Doo in the Scooby Doo movie, man. With the crazy teeth. He looks insane. So dope.
The dog.
And then yeah, man, just come on with the straight up scorpion tail. That's a Bloodborne enemy. I'm sorry, you're not convincing me otherwise. You're not convincing me otherwise. That is a Bloodborne enemy. That is a Bloodborne enemy. That's really cool. And then we just got some more melee. And this is the farm segment with the emblems that just leads straight into the cabin. And we've already seen the cabin quite a few times. I will say the farm itself does seem to be a bit more layered. To where there's multiple traversal points, like you can, there's scaffoldings it looks like you might have access to that you just didn't have access to before, stuff like that. It's really cool.
So you see a blue medallion up there. It's Leon.
To get that Punisher, I'm sure it's gonna get the Punisher.
So I asked Capcom.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
The original game was kind of like 15.
It was 15.
Same area. They said that that side quest reappears in different parts of the map. So you're gonna be shooting.
Okay, so that's interesting. So it said just like you said, there's 1 of 5 on the medallions, but instead of the medallion quest being like a 1 and go, there's going to be multiple medallion quests that you encounter. So that's interesting. So maybe that 30% off sale that we saw wasn't actually for the Punisher. This is just speculation. Maybe it's whenever you do these medallion quests that could unlock some discounts. Potentially.
The original game is
That's pretty cool. And then, okay, we've already seen the house segment a few times. So yeah, man. We got some new dialogue. We didn't get to see this originally. Yeah, Leon is much more antagonistic towards Luis, at least at this point of the story, than he was originally. Yeah, he's much more prepared to see him as a threat and hurt him. So, I like this, right? I like this because coming off of Resident Evil 2 Make and how serious that was and everything Leon had been through as a character, Resident Evil 4 had always been kind of quippy. Leon was very much like a, you know, A-lister action hero type dude with quippy one-liners and stuff like that. And I know that Capcom have said that they're going to keep that in, but based on this scene, it looks like Leon does have that while still having a lot more seriousness to him in regards to his job and his position. And I like that. I like that. It looks like Leon definitely takes things a bit more serious when he needs to, especially coming off of Resident Evil 2 Remake and everything he's been through. This makes a lot of sense for the character, and I like it a lot. But as I said, they still plan on keeping Leon kind of having those one-liners and still being funny in places. So, okay, that's really cool. So that's going to do it for this video, y'all. I just kind of wanted to do a brief. I wanted to look through it once and then just kind of go through and skim through. I don't tend to do super ultra deep analysis where I'm analyzing like every little pixel. I just wanted to go through it like once or twice, a few times, just to kind of point out things that are interesting to me and kind of leave it at that, because there are creators already in this platform that analyze every little pixel and are much better at pointing out those little minute obvious things. But this is more so about me personally, my personal first impressions of this gameplay, seeing some parts we've seen before but seeing a lot that we haven't seen yet, and then just pointing out some of those things that seem really interesting to me. And yeah, man, every time they show us more and more of this game, I'm unsure, man. I'm unsure if it's gonna dethrone, because like I may have said in the last video, Resident Evil 2 Remake was my favorite survival horror game of all time. After beating that, Dead Space Remake has since dethroned that game. Is Dead Space Remake's time in the sun, time as my #1 survival horror video game, going to be short-lived when this game comes out? It's looking like it might be. It's looking like it might be, man. That's really interesting, man. Yeah, man, everything looks great so far. Thanks to Game Informer, man, for getting all this stuff out to us. Everything looks just incredible based on what we've seen so far, and I really can't wait to get my hands on this game. It's crazy that it's only like a month, maybe a month and some change, until this game is playable in our hands. That's absolutely insane. And given the other Resident Evil releases, I would assume, man, a demo is not far off. A timed demo is probably not far off. Timed demos suck, but people have found ways around that in the past, so who knows? Maybe this one won't be timed, or maybe there'll be a way to play it more than just once. But yeah, man, my name is Mistora. If y'all have made it this far, I appreciate you. Like if you liked the video, dislike if you disliked it, man. Feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think about everything all this insane gameplay that's been coming our way so far for the Resident Evil 4 Remake. Are you hyped? Has this game kind of facilitated your hype, or has it kind of made you a bit more apprehensive? Are there things you see, like the quick select of the weapons, that's kind of pushing you off and having weapon storage this time? What are your overall thoughts and opinions on the game? Because as you can hear from listening to me blabber on, I'm really excited, and my hype is only building at this point. But I want to know what y'all think, man. And hey, feel free to subscribe if you're trying to get more of this kind of gaming content for Resident Evil, survival horror, or any other type of game. Again, my name is Mistora. Y'all be easy. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.